Hello and welcome back to the Cupcake Jemma studio. I'm here with Dane and Nikki and I'm doing a bit of experimenting today. So I'm trying to develop some new flavours for crumbs and doilies in the shop. And usually where we start when we do something like that is gathering all the different elements that we use in other bakes and cakes, like icings, fillings, sponges, toppings, yada yada, and kind of putting them in different combinations to see if they work. And I decided that I would like to do strawberry and pistachio together. I think they're really nice flavours to go together. And so this cupcake is going to be a really nice pistachio sponge. I'm going to put some freeze-dried strawberries in there as well, so it'll be flecked with a little bit of strawberry flavour. I'm also going to try a strawberry Italian meringue, and on the top I'm going to do a pistachio nougat, which is going to be lovely and chewy and delicious. So I'm going to start with the nougat so that we have time for that to cool down. So I'm going to start by putting 55 grams of butter into a medium or large size saucepan, along with 200 grams of caster sugar and 60 grams of evaporated milk. Then I'm going to pop that onto a medium heat and melt it all together, stirring all the time. And after a few minutes, you want it to reach 125 degrees C, so make sure you're using a sugar thermometer to get that perfect temperature. Once it's reached 125, take it off the heat and add 213 grams, or one whole jar, of marshmallow fluff. That's the ridiculous stuff in a tub that you probably don't want to eat at breakfast, but probably do. Add a quarter of a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 70 grams of pistachio paste. You can make this yourself or you can buy this online. And 100 grams of chopped pistachio nuts. Then give it all a really good stir to make sure it's really well combined. And then I have an 8-inch greased and lined square tin here, and I'm just going to pour all of my nougat into that and then just level it off with a palette knife before leaving it to set completely. Okay, so the sponge is going to be a pistachio sponge. I am going to put some freeze-dried strawberries in there as well, but basically I've nicked this sponge from our baklava cupcakes over at the shop, and it's the same deal. So we've always got our nice soft butter here. So I've got 125 grams of that. I'm going to add 125 grams of self-raising flour, a quarter teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and then 125 grams of caster sugar, and then just sift those all together into the bowl. Then I'm adding 2 large free-range eggs, and I always beat my batter on a medium speed for around 30 seconds at first here, so all of the ingredients are really thoroughly combined. Then I'm adding 1.5 tablespoons of milk and 25 grams of pistachio paste, and then beat that all together for another 30 seconds or so until it's nice and smooth. I like to stop the mixer and give the sides and bottom a little scrape just halfway through, just to make sure everything's getting into the mix. And then I'm going to fold in the freeze-dried strawberry bits until they're distributed nicely through the batter. Then I'm using my spoons to scoop up my batter and pop it into my 12 cupcake cases. I usually end up filling these 2/3 to 3/4 of the way full, and if you prefer, you can use an ice cream scoop or a piping bag, however you like to roll. Right, my oven is preheated to 170 degrees C as normal, and I'm going to bake these for 20 minutes, give them a little test with my finger. If they spring back, then they're ready. If not, I'll add a minute or two. 20 to 22 minutes, basically. Right, my cakes are out of the oven and they're cooling down nicely, so I'm going to get on with making my Italian meringue, which I'm going to flavour with strawberry. Now for that, I'm going to use freeze-dried strawberry powder, which is this stuff. You can buy this online. Some specialist supermarkets might sell it. Sometimes strawberry pieces, freeze-dried strawberry pieces, are a bit easier to find, and if that's your thing, then you can always whiz them up in a food processor. Either way though, I do recommend sieving it through a fine meshed sieve, just to get rid of some of the bigger bits and some of the seeds, because you don't want the seeds sullying your lovely meringue. So the first thing to do is to make a sugar syrup. So I have a small pan here, and I'm going to put my 80 grams of water in there, followed by 235 grams of caster sugar and 20 grams of liquid glucose, and I'll just set that over a medium heat. Meanwhile, I'm putting 100 grams of egg whites into a squeaky clean mixing bowl with the balloon whisk attachment, and I'll just get that moving really slowly. Once the sugar thermometer reads 112 degrees C, I start whisking the eggs on a medium speed just to get them going. And then when my sugar thermometer reaches 118 degrees C, the egg should be at soft peak stage. So I then add that sugar syrup really carefully, pouring the liquid down the inside of the bowl, being really careful not to pour it onto the whisk. Then once it's all in, I let the whisk do its thing for about 10 minutes or so until the mixture cools down and is glossy and white and fairly stiff. Then I'm adding the strawberry powder, and wow, this stuff makes everything smell so good. Just whisk that through, and if you want to make it a bit pinker in colour, make sure you're using a gel colour rather than oil-based to stop it from going soupy. And then just whisk that until all the powder and the colour has really nicely combined. Right, everything's ready. I've got my absolutely delicious new favourite thing, strawberry Italian meringue, in a piping bag, and I'm using a French tip, which is one of these ones with all the little points on the star, so that's going to look really pretty. I've got my nougat and some bits and pieces. I'm going to just do one and see what it looks like, because I'm not sure how I want to decorate these yet. Let's see. Let's give it a nice, ooh, nearly lost it for a sec. Nice little swirly whirl, and then I've got just a square. Let's put it on like that. Oh, yummy. And maybe let's just sprinkle it with a little bit of pistachio and freeze-dried strawberry. Oh yeah, I like that. Now you could pull your nougat away in little sort of rough nuggets, or you could even roll them into neat and tidy balls. Do whatever you fancy. I'm just going to carry on. Everything smells really good. Everything smells very strawberry. So I think I need to eat it. It's also lighter than air for some reason. I guess because Italian meringue is mostly air compared to buttercream. But anyway, well, there it is. I'm gonna just have a bite because I can't resist it. Very, very subtle, all the flavours, but very, very delicious. The Italian meringue is so lovely and light and just very, very lightly sort of fragranced almost with the strawberry flavour. And then you've got all these little bits of strawberry in the sponge as well. You could, if you wanted to really boost things, you could add a filling. You could either add like maybe a strawberry goo filling or maybe a pistachio cream. Mix a little bit of pistachio paste in with a bit of whipped cream, that would be nice. I really like the simplicity of this. I need to eat this nougat because it's so good. Really nice and soft and chewy. Really pistachio-y, lovely and sweet. Pistachio and strawberry, guys, it's a winner. If you think this should go on the menu, let me know in the comments below. And if you've liked this video, then please do give it the thumbs up down there. It really does help us understand what you like. I'll be back next week, but in the meantime, if you do make these, please let us know by using hashtag Cupcake Jemma. And if you're a member of the Bake Club, you can put it in the special chat there. I really like this. I'm gonna carry on developing more cupcakes as I always do. If there's something you like that you want to see here on the channel, let me know as well. But yeah, if you think this should go on the menu at the shop, please put it in the comments below and we'll do it. I'll see you later. Bye.